Hi, it's August 3rd, 2026 at about 7 p.m. I'm just going to record a short one checking in. I don't think I'm going to leave it on. So just to have some privacy for the evening, I guess, since I'm just getting organized. I think I've gotten, I'm just getting organized and I've gotten this hooked up so that I can record over here with the microphone. This I couldn't. That TV I couldn't figure out. But if I get it so that I couldn't figure out how to record on the smart TV somehow. But I know you can. If I hook up a microphone, I'm sure I can download an app. I was thinking like, um, anyway, I'm sure I can download an app. And but I can definitely. I got two YouTube accounts that I can record on. Everything's just settling in for the evening. It's very nice and beautiful here. That one you can actually record the camera. You can see outside pretty well. But if I put both of them on, then I can get. We can figure out exactly where the sound's coming from. Um, Usually it's just on the cell phone often, but he can get on other devices and enable microphone. He sounds like a video game walkthrough, like the guy sitting there on the headset. I believe they're wearing headsets. They said they do. Um, but it's a schizophrenic man talking to himself in my house. It has nothing to do with me whatsoever, other than as the victim of such. But he very much could have put a microphone in something. Also, of course, that would make sense. But it's just going for a nice, peaceful evening here. It was a little subdued. I found that he's been a little bit calmer with the absolute psychotic electrocution for this guy. I mean, the guy is still as large as possible. Is at large as possible. Like he's completely not. The apparently another other people are around and aware of it, and they told him to calm down a little bit. So Otis Toole is apparently the retarded janitor is just sitting there, but somebody actually bothered to knows enough where this guy is to tell him to calm down slightly, which I don't know about all that. That's pretty far-fetched. That if anybody knows about this, like as far as actually being around where they are, I don't think anybody possibly could be. Quite obviously they need to be arrested also. So now I'm just showing off how nice my house is. I put a Zelle link. You can donate to that. Then I could actually see if I could get it recorded. Then I could get some electronics to really catch the predator here. Um, Hire somebody to scan for bugs or get. I don't have. I need a couple $1,000 for it. But I can record on that just fine with the microphone. And you can hear pretty clearly on the microphone on the camera here. So, but I'll be back up in a day or two. So I think I just wanted to share that screensaver. That's how dorky I am. But I've gotten everything organized and it's been chirping away to itself, like just hideous, and then it starts fondling you and electrocuting you. So the Village of the Damned house over here, that's my life. Um, Someone needs to get the guy on the other end of my cell phone stalking and internet stalking. I'm finding I can. I slept sitting up, leaning over the armrest, and then laying down slightly until I got way too fresh, and then I ended up sleeping sitting up again in the Faraday blanket and hoodie. So that appears to be my life. It's better than the floor. I think he was electrocuting me 24/7 and assaulting me with the thing just constantly, and there were eight of them. I mean, I definitely wasn't the guy responsible for what how um, and don't jinx it. He has been slightly subdued for the last 2 days, but it's still just as still just as there on the guy. You can hear him talking to himself, and it's on you. You know, he's just not. assaulting as badly with the thing. So if I can just get this monster off, of course, none of my, I haven't received any emails back or calls. So I don't know, that means my line is still cut, and my emails are still being screened, which is really scary. So I'm going to do callbacks in the next day or tomorrow, probably, since I'm all organized and the house is in proper order. Uh, that should be it. And I'll check back in if I have to. This gets really ugly at about, it turns into like, he says, go to the damn house 2 a.m, which it does because the thing will not stop electrocuting me and body scanning me and phone blanking me, which is what's going on. And you need to get this guy out of my house. He sat there and was as open as possible about every single thing, like just did get video game walkthrough. Like I'm sitting there, so you're looking at, you're looking at stuff on the Walgreens site. And as they say, yeah, huh. I don't know about that. There's a better price for that on. He always does that. Wherever this guy is, it coming from my phone in an audible noise. Usually he just piggybacks on the microphone on the cell phone. Is what I'd always thought it was. And then I thought they broke in and put like an electronic device in the house so that I couldn't turn it off or something and get away from him. I thought my house was bugged. I wasn't completely sure because it wasn't touching me and I was reporting it to the police. I could hear a man heavy breathing, but not anywhere like this. Really, yeah. It was like, yeah, and it just sounded like it was coming from my cell phone. And I turned it in and I recorded it. I mean, there's really, yeah, I recorded it enough. It's just a same as this. But that they're so harsh on saying I don't come across as having many mental health issues because there's just a man heavy breathing on my cell phone sometimes when he enables the microphone. And like I'd record it and it just didn't make any difference. They didn't bother to send it to the Quiet Lab, even though it's just an audible voice. And someone piggybacking on my internet account. I'm sure it's on the website. But I mean, this has turned into the absolute village of the damned again. I mean, it's been the same guy stalking all throughout, which appear, 300-pound schizophrenic men that are so incredibly just absolutely wheelchair monsters. But they're absolute wheelchair dudes. I mean, it's like and just absolutely criminal. They're as interested in REPE and sex offend, and whatever stalking has come out as like the worst pedophile ever, and then does have the ability to sexually assault you and wants to neighbor pornography, which could not be more the case. And somebody needed to go check right away and send it to a crime lab. I'd be interested to see what the audio sample, everything I recorded, it picks up on as far as an audible noise, which since I can hear it just fine, it's like, oh my God, I remember that thing. Remember that. So there was heavy breathing on the thing. He tried to catch it and record it. Yeah, I did it multiple times. It doesn't make any difference. They won't send my evidence into the crime lab. It's a man talking about what the stuff, like the audio's coming here. It's always the same guy. It's just a absolute schizophrenic who's stalking and sex offending. And there's always stuff. I mean, it always falls into, I guess he's hitting on me. Really, yeah. Oh, please yourself. Well, all of them and stuff about NAST, RBAD, and playing with your girl and stuff like that. That's what it always, it appears to be sexually based, and then it's just interested in being psychotically aggressive also. But I mean, the word soup and salad is just absolutely broken in the head, and then it's pure evil. And he's very interested or now he's developed, it always had a serious pedophile issues. It was really strange. Really strange. It also always like little boys a little bit also, wherever the heavy breather is. I mean, it's a ghoul from hell. but it's very much a real guy, and I need him off my internet account. If the man just didn't have the ability to mirror my mirror my cell phone account because he's got some kind of law enforcement clearance, then I mean he has free pass to my cell phone and internet accounts, which is the problem. So I am going to be here working on it, and hopefully we can catch this guy. It'd be nice if I could get donations because then I could buy the proper equipment to really catch all this because it's very important, and also to get myself some security cameras, and then the live stream of the site here. We can also watch ducks. Um, and the fascinating wildlife that I am on trail cameras basically is, um, which we have on wireless trail cameras. Also post pictures of the Nest Cam out back. So, that's what I'm fundraising for right now, and also to give my father money because he's paid for so much. So, and also because he came by today and apparently the insurance had to be changed and everything because of, even though my driving record has nothing on it all these years, because we took my driver's license for 2 years, that made a big difference in getting insured. So okay, not to mention what it did to my life. So okay, to not have a car for 2 years. And I'll be back up tomorrow. Soft jazz and Celtic Center.